Hey, here's a little excerpt from my recent conversation with Michael, Kitchensider, from my live stream. We go on a bit of a tangent about the OTR microwave. And I was a little bit shocked at what Michael was about to tell me.
Oh, there it is. Surely that can't be. I mean, that is the cooker below, the stove below. I'm assuming is probably going to be gas as well. Um, Surely it can't be that close to the cabinets. You guys breaking the rules.
Oh, this is not good. But these are very popular in North America.
Mm,
Still very, very popular. But not popular in the UK, right? I mean, as I understand, a lot of people from the UK who comment saying this isn't even a thing.
it's not a thing.
Um,
Nope. I don't know where you can buy one. I've never sold one in my life, never designed one in my life.
really? That is so crazy.
Yep.
It was just the thing to do here. It was just like automatic. You put a sink in a kitchen and you put an OTR in a kitchen. That is, I'm not joking. That is exactly
Wow.
how I would have designed a kitchen even less than a decade ago. My mother asked me the other day because I designed her kitchen. I designed it with an OTR. And now I have this YouTube channel. I'm always talking about how I don't like OTRs. And she's like, listen, how come you go on about these OTRs are so bad and you gave me one in my kitchen? I'm like, ah. That's just what I did back then. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm like, sorry.
times have changed.
Honestly, you put a sink and you put an OTR.
Wow.
Like, here's just the microwave and a shelf. What do you think of that height?
The height's fine. That's kind of the height I would put it. I just prefer a proper built-in one. I know it needs ventilation if you're having a countertop microwave in a shelf like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know me, Mar, I prefer everything integrated.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm
Um,
down with that. First time I saw in a hotel room in America and I saw an OTR.
yeah. How can it work as an effective cooker hood? That's what I don't get. Surely it can't.
In Australia, hell, and they don't exist either, huh?
Yeah. See?
We in North America get all the greatest kitchen ideas from basically Europe,
Mhm.
Italy, just European countries. So what happened?
I do not know. I I don't know where you guys got that one from.
Because microwaves are popular in the UK and in Europe and in Australia. Like it's not that microwaves aren't popular, just this version of the microwave. And it blows my mind that you would tell me that you've never designed a kitchen with an OTR in it.
Nope. At least you've seen the error of your ways.
I know, right?
Campaigning against it now, which
Because I shouldn't. I should be a total fanboy of OTRs. All right, it might be worth discussing why I'm not a fan of the OTR microwave option for your kitchen. If you're new to the channel, this might give you a little bit of background context. The main reason why I don't like the OTR microwave has more to do with its placement within the kitchen. It's too high and too much of a reach for most people. Now, this might not be a big deal for you if you're just reheating a cup of coffee, but if you're one of those daily microwave users and the microwave is a very important appliance in your kitchen, then having to reach over your range, which could potentially have something boiling on it itself, to grab something that is also boiling out of your microwave can lead to a dangerous situation. And why introduce something dangerous into your kitchen? Safety is part of functionality. Another reason why I do not like the OTR microwave is because you're combining two appliances in one. Now, this sounds like a great idea because you get to save space somewhere in your kitchen, but actually it's not the best idea. The reason is when one of those appliances break on you or shut down, have to be repaired, now you have this half-working appliance and it's an annoyance, but it's not a big enough annoyance to probably change out, which can be a real problem. So now you'll either have a microwave that doesn't ventilate or you'll have ventilation that doesn't microwave. And if you own an OTR microwave, you've likely encountered this problem where the ventilation stops or the microwave stops, and now you have to get the thing replaced. It has happened to me in the past, it has happened to other people that I know, and I'm sure that it's happened to many of you. Now, along with this is that because it's a ventilation system with the opportunity to recirculate, which a lot of vent hoods are, so it's not just the OTR that has this capability, but for some reason it seems that because you can place this anywhere and it can recirculate, That's what people tend to do, and designers tend to do that as well. So a lot of people will tend to use the recirculation option for their OTR instead of having it properly vented, because it's just so easy to do. You just flip the motor around and all of a sudden everything just goes through the charcoal filter. And the issue with this is that you're not getting the steam out of your home, because steam is moisture and moisture is not good in excess in your home. And so you have to get that stuff out of there. But a lot of people just recirculate so it doesn't get out of there. It just comes back in at you. So if you love the OTR option and you want to have it in your kitchen, just do make sure that you get it properly vented, as with any ventilation system. Obviously, that's the whole point. That's why it's a ventilation system, is to draw that air out of there. Now, this one is a little more ancillary of a reason. However, I still think it applies, and that is that it's very difficult or somewhat difficult to install an over-the-range microwave for the average homeowner. Yes, you can hire somebody to come in and do it for you, or if you're very, very handy. But if you're going to attempt this to do yourself, well, then you run into some problems. It can be tricky to get the bracket mounted in the right position, to get the holes drilled in the cabinet above so that they line up perfectly, and to get everything vented, which is a huge deal. So it can be a little frustrating to install. Plus they're heavy, you definitely need a second person. So just be aware of that going into it. It might not be enough of a deal for you to not have an OTR, but it is something that is worth mentioning. Now, the last reason that I'm not a fan of the OTR microwave is maybe personal, but I just don't think they look that good. I think they look bulky and big. They don't fit the space that nice. And I don't think they're designed that nice either, personally. And this is a personal opinion, but I know a lot of you share. It's not a look that I think is awesome. I am not an interior designer. Yes, I design kitchens. I try to make them look as great as I can. But yeah, I don't have the interior design eye, obviously. That's no big deal. You can watch my videos and make fun of my backgrounds and all that stuff. However, that being said, I just don't think they look good. So take that with a grain of salt. If you agree or disagree, you may think they look awesome, and that's totally fine. That's just one of the reasons why I don't, and why I'm saying what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go back in. So when you go into a Home Depot, or you don't see displays of these things.
Nope. Honestly, I think the biggest exposure to them has been you, Mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just not a thing for me.
I mean, I understand the idea that it's taking that space and combining two things in one, I guess. Like, that would be the idea behind it. But
Sure.
rarely are they vented properly.
This is it. I can't see it. Is the microwave less of a microwave in any ways? Does it have the same power capabilities as just a regular one? It's not like compromised at all.
It's every bit as good a microwave than any other microwave,
right?
In terms of microwaves.
Yeah.
In terms of ventilation,
yeah,
I have my doubts. And I owned one. I'm not talking like I've never had one of these. I've owned two of these in previous kitchens that I designed for myself, that I put this in. This almost exact same unit. In your eyes, I just lose all credibility as a kitchen designer.
No, not as like, it's just a different thing. Like, it's not an option for me, So it seems odd to me, and I find it odd because I've never done it, and it's never been an option for me, to even consider. If it works for people, and I understand the principle, it's the 2-in-1, great. If it works for people, great, but it just looks strange to me because it's strange to me.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's strange. I'll leave it at that. The base microwave, this is kind of what I have now, but it's in an island. It's good.
Okay, yeah. Is it yours? Oh, you said drop down. It's not a drawer.
Drop down, just sort of like that. Like in terms of functionality, especially for accessibility, it's great. But it is low. I think if it's going to be in a base cabinet, I think a drawer microwave might be something that is even better than this.
Yeah.
So I think it really comes down to height. This is the slim version of those.
Okay.
All right. So let's go back a couple. This is 2006.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And this is 2021.
So it's not as deep either, because I suppose.
I think it's every bit as deep.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I think personally, that's one of my biggest just aesthetic issues with them. Is just they don't even line up with the cabinets. They're just too big. So if it was flush with the wall cabinets as well.
Wow. Very, very strong comments coming in here, but
I didn't say that, Mark.
No, 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 it's fine. We accept all comments. It's just what you did, you know?
But not anymore, right?
Not anymore, no. You know what? I shouldn't say that. I will do it if a customer is requesting to have that. Like if a client's
Of
requesting
course.
that, I'm like,
Yeah, of
okay, sure. Like
course.
you know, whatever. Like you can put in anything you want in your kitchen. It doesn't matter to me. In my opinion is, you know, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but in terms of just my opinion about them, I'm not a fan. But I don't think you should lose all credibility as a kitchen designer either. That's a bit of a stretch. All right, now that viewer was, of course, being a bit facetious and had other great comments throughout the night, so I am not picking on anybody. However, what do you think about the OTR microwave? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know, are you a fan or are you not? And if you're a fan, make sure you're vented outside. And I appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon.